What's up, guys? It's your boy Pete, and welcome back to Planting with Pete.
These my dollars make it hurt.
Now, if you're new here, this channel consists of almost everything houseplant related. If that tickles your fancy, hit that subscribe button, sit back, and enjoy the video. Now, as you can probably tell by the thumbnail, we are going over the house plant of the month of September. Now, if you guys are new, what I normally do, I keep an eye out on some plants that may have struggled or just has been growing just outrageously good for me, no issues, things of that nature. So instead of me doing like 5 or 10 house plants of the month, I'm deciding to do one to give them the spotlight of their own. Now, trust me, there's tons more plants in my collections, and I'm pretty sure before it's all over, maybe all of them will get a spotlight. That's if they are worth the spotlight. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Now, as you can see, the plant here goes for this month is the Calathea network. Now, oh my guys, I love this here network. Like, if you don't have one, Costa Farm, check out this pattern. This is a newer leaf, huge. You know, I have huge hands, guys, so that is a big leaf. Costa Farms definitely has mass produced these guys, and they look good. They really look good. Now, she made the list because she did go through the ringer, and I mean the ringer. I don't have any kind of pest problems with these. The only issue I had with a Calathea network is me. This is a plant. I mean, I would honestly recommend this plant to beginners, especially if you are trying to start your Calathea game up. Definitely, I would recommend this for beginners. A true hardy plant. True hardy plant. Now, I don't know about the cold hardy, but as in very forgetful, underwatering, overwatering, too much light, not enough light, whatever the case may be. This is a hardy plant, guys. I did tell you I went through a Calathea phase, kind of sort of still am in that phase, but it was bad. It was real bad. But long story short, she ended up getting neglected. Not saying that I was like, oh, there's a plant there. No, it was like, okay, I water you and then don't really pay close enough attention to you anymore. But she was still growing, even with not actually seeing her and me not personally taking care of her for a couple of weeks at a time. She was still growing. So as you probably can tell, most of you should definitely know, like, these here rust spots. This is from like the original, or original growth. If you see any kind of extra damage, it's old growth. But anything else new, like this, I showed you this big new leaf there. There's another huge leaf here. There's a big, huger one starting to unfurl there. These are just nice, guys. The freaking network pattern on these reminds me of The Matrix, which I might watch today just because of that. But this is like it honestly, well, it does give you that Matrix, the binary code pattern, but then it also gives me like a sophisticated crocodile pattern. But I do love it. I love it to death. As you just seen that, you guys, fall is coming. So I don't want to say don't be alarmed, but fall is coming, and this is the time where plants seem to shine or grow like crazy. Especially for me, you're definitely going to hear this a million times. My plants are growing like crazy, guys. So I'm pretty sure you're going to see a lot of extra videos of crazy growth. So oddly, I would say fall, which is, I would say, the perfect temperatures. Not too cold, not too hot. Still kind of humidity. Well, at least definitely here in Georgia, central Georgia at that. Definitely high humidity, and things are, I would say, a lot better, cool wise. But everything, I mean, guys, everything is growing. Definitely, you can see from the, hopefully you can see from the inside. There are new shoots constantly just growing, and I mean growing. So she's going non-stop, literally non-stop. And that is for all of the calatheas. Let's make sure that's yep, that's for all the calatheas and marantas. There are flowers. There are new growth points everywhere. This is cool, but as I said before, it's kind of dangerous and scary. Things grow, and that is why I'm doing my little series that you guys haven't seen yet, but you will see. But anyway, yeah, this network. If you don't have one, please go out and find one. Depending on where you get it from, you can get it from Lowe's, $20, at least here in the South, and Home Depot. You can find them in the South here. They're probably like $16 to $17. So if you want to save a couple of dollars, go to Home Depot. But again, you have to catch them before they're just sitting there and overwatered, things of that nature, to get a perfect specimen to work with. But all in all, perfect plant. Definitely, I would recommend this to the beginner just because of how hardy it is. When watering, I do regular watering. Now, I do not quote, I do not use tap water on my calatheas. Now, on my philodendrons, they're definitely a lot hardier when it comes to the water source. But calatheas, guys, the water here, it's horrid. All right, if your water smells like the swimming pool, I wouldn't drink it. Okay, that is just what you. It lets you know that something horrible is going on in the water, that they have to up the chemicals in it. But we all know that chemicals and calatheas don't necessarily mesh together. At least, again, not here in the South, because I do know that there are some other YouTube influencers who do water their calatheas, marantas, synanthes, all those with tap water. And I'm like, well, what kind of tap water do you have? So I don't know if they have like the little nozzle that goes on there and it filters out, but they're just saying regular tap water. So I'm guessing up under the sink, turn it on, water comes out, and you water it. That's probably some pretty good water quality, and um, I would definitely drink that water, like straight from the faucet. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm like dead thirsty and I'm outside or something, then I'm grab a water hose, and it is what it is. But it's just, hey, I want some water. Definitely not. At least not here. Now, Macon, Georgia. Yes, I grew up on that water. That water's fine. You can't smell it, and it tastes like water, not chemicals. But anyway, I don't water my calatheas with tap water. I actually have been collecting rainwater. I think there's a video on me making my fertilizer. Yes, so that's the same process except without the fertilizer. I have 10 2-liter bottles of rainwater. Then I don't know how many regular water bottles that I saved that I actually fill up with rainwater just so I can have, because when it stops raining here, it stops raining. Okay, even though it's always raining, but it stops raining. All right, and yeah, so I have to collect the water, especially now because hurricane season. So there's a lot of extra water falling, but I have to use that water in order to keep my prayer plants happy. If not, whoa, no. I had to learn that the hard way, and I mean the hard way. Remember going through my calathea phase? Yeah, they did not like their water at all. So at that point, it was like maybe dead summer-ish, no rain. So it was a struggle. So I figured it out, and I've been collecting water ever since. But guys, you must get your hands on one of these here. Now, what I did learn also about this plant is that once you go and I would say move it, like some plants do not. This is why I recommend this plant for beginners. Some plants that you can move from one location, they're growing just fine, and then you can move it 3 inches to the left, and this plant, whoa, and let's move this before I crack it. And this plant will literally show her ass. Okay, all your leaves might fall, droop. Some kind of way now it's infested with thrips because it's stressed out. I don't know, but this network here, this freaking network is, I'm not understanding. She's honestly been moved out of her lifetime. Let's say a lot. Okay, I'm not even gonna count a lot. So with that being said, she still has some of the. I did cut, like you maybe can see this little empty one here. My fault. There it is. That one, and there was just one more that I cut down recently. They were turning yellow, and that was because now these plants can't grow without light. Now let's get that out the way. These plants cannot grow without light. And what I end up doing, you can see literally she sits right there. You see that plug? There's a cord. Oh, it's an inside, so I can't move the cord, huh? There is a outlet there. It's actually covered up, and there's more light. But she sits in that corner, and these two were the tallest leaves, which brings me back to I was saying that lighting conditions. I mean, not no light, but little light. They still grow. I had these here long stems. I love how they grow single stem. But anyway, long stem with huge leaves, which is why these huger leaves are coming in now. But she was in the corner and this freaking rain, I was there was not enough sun that came through to keep to keep that corner. There we go. To keep that corner happy, which usually comes out of this here door. But when it's raining, there's not enough sun that actually comes through, and it's freaking horrible. So, let's close this back. There we go. Yeah. So she kind of fell, and I just went ahead and let her finish draining, and then it turned like it was a pretty color, and just cut them off. But other than that, grows just fine, you guys, and I'm so proud of her. You definitely should remember when I repotted her and got her this little coach, which turned out nice. If I don't, look at that. That is nice. You can't say it's not. One thing I will say about these though is they do not need as much humidity again as like some of your other Marantas. Very hardy. There's nothing negative honestly I can even think of about this here plant. Even if this was, let's talk bad about the network calathea, I can't personally think of anything. No pest. Never. Let me just knock on wood because I don't want to just. But honestly, I've never had any kind of pest with these here calatheas. I'm pretty sure because of how thick and sturdy the leaves are. This is just, guys, I cannot. Oh, look at that. You cannot say that is not a pretty plant. Look at that. I have some huge hands, so that is just spectacular. I'm loving it. And of course, the new E is coming in. And then what is crazy, about time you guys get this video, which will probably be Friday-ish. Yeah, I don't know. Friday, Monday. That leaf would have been open and probably about this tall. It's just crazy. It is just crazy. But yeah, it does not need as much humidity. I don't get any bugs, period, on this plant, except for like things you find in the soil, like those millipede, roly-polies, and things like that, which are kind of beneficial. So I don't definitely bother them. Now the other ones, the Marantas and some other calatheas, let me tell you, well, I haven't had any of those in a long time. But the thrips, hate is a strong word, and I hate thrips. Okay. But other than that, all in all, she made the list, and I can tell you she probably will make the list again if she keep growing, or at least honorable mention maybe. But this is a wonderful plant, you guys. I literally love her to death. Again, there's nothing negative I can say about this plant. Literally nothing. I'm sitting here trying to think of something and I can't. So I would recommend you getting this plant. If you can't get your hands on one of them, as I said before, Costa Farm has mass produced these, so they have come more readily available. I would probably try again your local I don't know if Walmart carry these or not. Haven't heard, but definitely check your local Lowe's and Home Depot, multiple Lowe's and Home Depot in your area, and go from there. Okay, these are looks like burn spots. I was in the guys. This plant looks a little variegated. Find time, to try to recognize that. But there is another. Oh my God, guys, there is another Calathea network. Never heard of it. Never seen it. There's two. There's this. That's four. There's two. All right. You will definitely see the other one. I think on the wish list video of mine. Definitely a must have. Just because how hard these are, and I'm pretty sure that one is as well. But that is it here, guys, for today's video. I definitely had to make sure that she got her time in the spotlight, kind of like some of the other OGs. But all in all, she is growing nonstop. This is the time, or the season rather, for all plants, at least calatheas and philodendrons, to start growing, and she is fixing to shine. If I take her out, and yep, I figured I can't necessarily turn this to the side. I'll do it anyway. As you can see, there are roots there starting to come out, so it is warm enough, and she's actually loving it. There we go. I love this little thing, guys. There we go. But yeah, she made the list. Again, very doable. We'll recommend this to a beginner, expert, your grandmother, your dog, your cat, your turtle, your rabbit. Whatever the case may be, this plant will not disappoint you, okay? Now, as you can see, again, these leaves are huge. I really cannot wait until they double, triple the size. We're talking, and we're getting there. I will say at least this year, they are about 8 inches. Yeah, that's about 8 or 9 inches there. All right, let's go 9. That's about 9 inches. Yeah, that's about 9 inches. So next year, let's pray that this thing will be at least a foot and a half leaf span, which would be freaking awesome. And you guys know, I have to show you, and it'll probably be on my Instagram as well. But yeah, guys, definitely hardy plant. Will recommend it to anyone. Please get your hands on one if you haven't. Now, I used to, I would say I used to have a mother plant. This is technically the mother plant, so I won't be pulling or taking anything from her. So I can't necessarily put her in the pile for the shop or even for giveaways. But this pattern, it just feels so good on your fingers, especially the newer leaves. The newer leaves are a lot softer than the older leaves, and you definitely can feel the pattern on the newer leaves. But I cannot put these in the pile unless I find another one, and to be honest with you, they are hard to find. Okay, even though they are out, you definitely have to catch these like at a Kroger, Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, in order to get you a good specimen. So yeah, guys, that is it here for today's video. Please do me a favor, hit that like button if you enjoyed. Also, comment down below. Let me know if you have any of these Calathea networks. Let me know if you have any trouble growing them, or even if yours are like 30 times the size leaves as mine. Let me know. I haven't seen too many of these with a nice leaf size. They're still maybe the ones you do see are probably like that size, a little smaller, but nothing like this here. Nothing like that, or any of the bigger ones that you see. Let me know if you have something like that, especially they're huge. Oh my, I would love to see or hear about a huge one. Let me know down in the comment section below. Also, I do have a second channel, you guys, Pete's Plant Smash Up, be down in the description box below. All of my materials, pots and things that I do find, tools, ring lights, grow lights, all that stuff be down in the description box below. Go and check that out, and don't forget to make sure that that bell is clicked. This will keep you notified and let you know what's going on over here with Planting with Pete. And I think that is it. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye. That's a wrap, guys. Good job, Pete. See you back here on set tomorrow.